Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is Wellness Wednesday, and I'm so happy that everyone is here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to say some highs in a minute, but I don't want to leave my guest right here just hanging by a thread. This is Dani Renee, and I'm going to talk about her in a second. So I'm just so happy she can be with us here tonight. And look at all these beautiful people here. Hey, Patty and Aspie Third Eye. And Aspie, I saw your comment about the chocolate chip cookies. That cracked me up. Let's see. And Kevin's Loving Vibrations Tarot. I love that name, Kevin. Have you started your channel yet? That's wonderful. I'm excited for you. Hey, Ron, big brother. How are you? Hey, Connie and Janet. Let's see who else we have here. Tiny Trinkets and Tarot. Ang, hello, welcome. I'm so happy you discovered me. Thank you for checking me out last week. Yes, this was my guest that had to cancel, but she's here now, so yay. Let's see, who else do we have in here? I think that's it for right now, but thank you everyone for tuning in. Dani is a yoga instructor, and she's also a content creator. And so I really wanted to have her on here because she has actually been working with me and trying to get me moving. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for her to come and share with everyone about moving their body, eating a healthy diet, because as we all know, we've been in quarantine and coming out of it. And I've shared this many times of how I would literally sit on my butt all day and haven't been getting up consistently moving. And I thought this was good for her to be on here and just kind of share some different ways and techniques and things with us about moving and diet and all that good stuff. So I met Dani, gosh, how many years ago was it, Dani?
Oh my goodness. I remember you had just came back from your birthday trip in Thailand.
Oh, okay. So that was, God, has it been almost 4 years, 4 or 5 years, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
All right. So we met then. And since then, just to see her transition and things that she's gone through into where she is now is pretty incredible. And I took one of her yoga classes a while back when she first got certified. And I'm sitting in this class like, what are you trying to do? Kill me? No, she's a fantastic instructor, and I've been doing some one-on-one with her as well. So that's basically how we met, but I'm going to let her tell you more about herself and tell us how you got into this whole thing of health and wellness.
Yes. So, hey everybody. Thank you, Sonia, for having me on this beautiful space and sharing this space with all these lovely, beautiful people. But basically, as you guys know, my name is Dani Renee, originally from the Bay Area. And I would say like all throughout my life, I've always been super active. I played basketball, I played volleyball, I ran track, I did cheerleading. So I've always been an active person. But when I got into college, it just got crazy. Your body changed and just a bunch of different things started happening. So I started working out and I really enjoyed it. I really got into cycling and like doing Zumba, and I really enjoyed it. I took yoga classes when I was like in high school, and I took yoga classes when I was in college. But what really, really got me into this was I had gained weight. I wanted to lose weight. So I changed my diet. I changed, like just being more consistent with my workouts, because I would start working out and then exactly freshman 15, I would start working out and then like I wouldn't keep it up. It would just be like, okay, whatever. So then I always had this mind frame where it's like, I hate to work out, but I'm like, actually, I don't. Actually, I do enjoy this and I love the way it makes my body feel. So, moving right along, I started working out in college. I worked out when I got out of college, and I knew I always wanted to be some type of fitness instructor. And so then I found the yoga studio that I work at right now. It's called Hot 8 Yoga. If anyone's in Los Angeles, we have several different locations all over LA. Found Hot 8. It's a hot yoga studio. Started taking classes there. And from then on, I took a yoga bar class, and I was like, this is what I want to teach. And I just started teaching it. And I really, really have been into it ever since. And it's something that I truly enjoy. I put a lot of time and effort into it. As you can see, like my voice is very hoarse from teaching yoga bar. But I mean, I absolutely 100% love it. Another way that I got into working out also and like just movement is like I was telling you a little bit earlier, Sonia, my grandmother, you know, she was always very active, but as she got older, she, you know, didn't move her body as much. And then when it was time for her to like get out of the bed, do certain things, she was like literally couldn't move. It would hurt. She would be stiff. And that's when I really got into like yoga, and it was just something that I was able to take with me and be able to spread to my family and to my friends. So yeah,
that's wonderful. Yes, I can relate to your grandmother. As you know, for those that are part of the over 50 club, it's really crucial as we get older. I mean, I was pretty active myself in high school and college, and even with a knee injury that I had surgery on my knee years ago. But as I got older and wasn't moving more, now I suffer from arthritis terribly. I have it in my lower back and I have it in both my knees. So it's the importance of movement is really crucial. And you know, just to share, this past weekend I went to San Francisco with my daughter. And for those that have been to San Francisco, Dani, you being from the Bay Area, know all those hills and you know, it's a tough city to walk, but it's a fun city to walk. So we did a lot of walking, but there was one part where we got to, there was like a park area over by the Golden Gate Bridge. You can kind of go down all these stairs so that you can be on this outlook and get these beautiful shots. Well, by the time we got to the stairs, my back was in such pain. It was the first time in my life that I looked at the stairs looking down and I said, I can't do it. I physically cannot go down those stairs. Wow. And that was very troublesome for me. I'm a person who loves to hike. I love to walk. You know, I've walked 2 half marathons in my life. Recent one was a couple of years ago before the pandemic. And, you know, all this sitting this past year has really done some damage. So this is one of the reasons why I had started working with Dani again, just to kind of get me back into the swing of things. So I say all that to say it's important to move, but we have some other people joining us here. Hi, JR. JR says, I love seeing young, successful people. Congratulations, Dani.
Thank you.
And yeah, Patty says she's sore from sitting too much on this phone. Yeah. Hey, Jay, little bro. And Gina and Constance, welcome. So Gina says, oh, yes, I've noticed after I turn 50, it isn't nifty. Fitness declined quickly if I don't keep it up. I hear you, Gina. Yeah. I hear you. Mm-hmm. Not really safe to walk the streets in Memphis anymore. So I'm walking in the cemeteries. At least no one there is going to mug me as being.
This is
true. You got a point.
It's not the dead you have to worry about. It's the living. So
right,
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I know. Some areas have gotten, I think too, because of the pandemic, some areas have gotten really, you know, in some cities, like have got, you know, even here in Los Angeles, I've noticed that crime has gone up and there's been some situations. So, you know, let's just put it out there. If you do decide to go to walk, make sure you find safe areas to go. I know one of the areas that I haven't been to in a while, we have the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, like going around it once, and there's always people out there walking, but once around it's like 3 miles, and that's a great safe place.
Oh, I never do that.
Yeah. So that's where I would go to train when I was doing the marathons or half marathons. Yeah. So, so what are so let's start with this. What's the difference between, because I experienced the hot yoga,
Yes.
it's something else. So what are the benefits of hot yoga versus just doing regular yoga?
That is such a great question. So, hot yoga, the really cool thing, now I can't speak for all hot yoga studios. I can only speak for the one that I teach at. So, our studio, first of all, it has like UV lighting. So when it pushes the air out of the heater, that UV light is killing like 99.9% of the germs. And so you're never just staying in a room with like just the same air. It's always new, not recycled, but new air flowing in the entire time.
Okay.
And with that, it detoxifies the body, so it gets the toxins out. Obviously, you're going to lose weight because you're sweating and moving around in a hot room. On top of that, we also have humidity, so it's not just dry heat. I know some hot yoga studios is just plain dry heat, but at Hot 8, they do have the humidity, so it's not just dry heat. So when you're breathing, your throat isn't burning because it's the humidity and the precipitation in the air.
Okay.
Also, it helps, when you're warm, you can stretch out your muscles, you become more flexible. Also, I feel like for me personally, what it has done is helped me to concentrate more and to be more focused, because not only are you standing in a pose, but you're also in this hot, humid room that's over 100 degrees. So now you're focusing on staying in this shape and like staying in this room the entire time. So I like the challenging aspect of it, as well as the meditative and focusing aspect of hot yoga.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin says, never done hot yoga. Imagine it would be quite the workout and detox. Kevin, it is. It was my first time doing hot yoga, and I thought it was going to be more of, well, what's the kind of yoga that you do? I can't even explain it.
So basically, I am currently certified in Yoga Bar, and Yoga Bar is only specific to the studio that I work at. So basically, I don't know if anyone's ever taken like a bar class, but it's basically a little bit of ballet mixed in with some yoga infusion. Dani, I am afraid I would get heat stroke. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Your body will acclimate eventually. That's what I always tell the people my students who come and take it. But so Yoga Bar, it's a combination of yoga and bar, but it is an aerobics class. So it's upbeat, it's up tempo, it's good music. I'm yelling at you the entire time, telling you to push through. And it's a lot of fun, and a lot of people enjoy that. So a lot of people who don't like to run or don't like to go to the gym, a lot of people find safety in going to like a yoga bar class, or we also have a style called sculpt. And you still use weights. You work in bar, you work the little tiny muscles that you wouldn't even think to use. And that's what makes it crazy, because you're working those muscles and you're burning those muscles out. So the next day you're like barely able to lift your arms, but it's a great workout. So that's pretty much the style of what I teach. It's yoga bar, and it's fast paced, it's aerobics. You do some stretching, and it's meant to elongate you and work out the muscles, burn them out, and elongate them, which makes you look longer, thinner, and yeah.
This is a really good question. Do they offer online classes?
Yes, they do. They do have on demand, and then I also have some workout videos on my personal YouTube channel. If you're looking to work out online, yes.
That's what we didn't post, was your YouTube. Oh, did I? Did you give that to me? I can't remember. Just your website. So I'm going to post in the description, or actually I can post it right now, Dani. What is your
Dani No Chill Zone? Dani No Chill Zone.
That's the YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you go there, it's a few workouts on there that you can follow. And they're gonna burn you up, but it's zone NE.
Oh, it would help if I can. There we go.
But yeah, and what I like about it too is you go at your own pace. Like, even though it's fast paced and it can get overwhelming, you go at your own pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was, I know for me, I was thinking I'm going in for just a yoga class, right? Well, it was like I felt like I was at like McDonald's or something, and they supersized me.
Right.
But you know what? You know, sometimes we think that we don't have the ability to do things, and it really is a mindset. And regardless of how difficult I was having and seeing all, you know, and there was all different levels in there. There were some people that were struggling as much as I was. There was people in there that were just like a pro. And so you had this nice mix of people, and you just don't focus on everybody else. Just focus on what you're doing. And Dani was very encouraging and coming around. She is a little bit of a drill sergeant. I just got to throw that in there. But you know what? It was good. She kicked me in my butt and got me going. And even when I've been doing the one-on-one yoga with her, I'm a little bit of a baby, but I was sitting, I'm like, I can't do it anymore. She's like, come on, 2 more. Come on. You got this. Come on. I'm like,
oh. You got to push through.
Yeah.
It's only going to make you stronger. It's only going to make you better.
Well, it's good stuff. So good stuff. So check out her YouTube because she does have some videos on there. What's the name of the studio again? Hot 8 Yoga?
Hot 8 Yoga. If you're in LA, there's a bunch of them. And they just opened one. If you're in Northern California, they opened one in San Jose.
Okay. But for the online classes or whatever, if someone wants
online classes,
it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah. So if they go to the website, it's Yoga on Demand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
or just go to my YouTube channel for free.
Yes, for free. Yeah, that's right. For free on her YouTube channel. Hey, Sheila Inquisitive Tarot and Sharon Sipe. I saw you sneak in there. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. So yeah, we're talking about different types of yoga and the difference between hot yoga and just regular yoga and yoga bar. And I think that it's a good way to start moving. And if someone's just starting out and doing yoga, what are some typical stretches that you can recommend that would be good for them to do when they're home, like just to get the body moving and stretching?
Yeah, I would always say like, well, it's going to sound intimidating, but inversions, I think inversions are a really good way to start off. And an inversion can literally be a forward fold. That's you literally bending down, touching your toes, or trying to touch your toes. You don't necessarily have to be at your toes, but doing that. I would also say, I say forward folds and inversions because inversions are going to give you like a lot of energy. They kind of help to reset. They get the blood flowing. You can also do, if you're familiar with yoga, downward facing dog is a great inversion to do. I would say any type of like leg stretches or hip openers to open up your hips. The hips are the largest socket in the body, and that's where you store a lot of your emotions. So if you ever have tight hips, maybe lay down, do a happy baby, cross your legs, you can do figure 4 stretches. Those are really great to open up the hips.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Inversions. Yes. Jay is also a yoga instructor. So he says inversions and twists can release a lot of stagnant energy.
Yes. Twists are good too. And twists also detoxify your organs.
Perfect. People were having difficulty finding your thing. So I just posted the link for anyone that's interested for Dani's YouTube channel. I just posted it in the chat there.
Yeah. Thank you.
So there you go. Direct link. You're welcome, T-Barb. Happy you're here. So I'm laughing because I'm working on the whole healthy diet thing. I go in waves, I have to say. There are times that I'm really good. I actually have get ready to do another detox. Yeah. Excuse me. And I try to do that at least once a month just to help clear out the guck, right, of what I've been taking in that month and just trying to be mindful of what I eat. Like I don't deprive myself. I say, I want a little sweet or something. And I'm good about trying not to buy like a big thing of cookies or what. I'll sit and eat the whole thing. Like, no shame here. I'll eat a whole pack of cookies.
Yeah.
So I know that I can only go to the store and maybe just buy a little something, because that way I can take it home, I can enjoy it, and then I won't feel this urge to, eat everything up. So what is your take on a healthy diet and balancing it with the body movement? How do you see all of that together?
I would say that if you're not used to like eating healthy or eating clean, I would definitely say like take it one day at a time. I say that if you do have those days where you're just like, you know what, I'm hungry. Like not even hungry, I'm hungry.
There's a difference.
It's like, and you want to eat, and you want to eat something. Like I say don't like not feed yourself, because then what happens if you starve, then you're just gonna binge and your body's gonna fight back at you. So what I would say, if you're starting off, start off slow. Maybe you like to eat a lot of like rice, maybe switch the rice out to quinoa. And then, maybe if you're like, okay, quinoa, and then maybe go into like eating more salads for lunch and things like that. Drinking more smoothies. I think that those types of things will help you to be more satisfied and happy with your diet, rather just being like, you know what, tomorrow I'm going on a diet. I'm not going to drink. I'm just going to eat greens. Like who wants to do that? Like that does not sound like a fun lifestyle. And I don't think that is, I don't think eating like that is a healthy lifestyle or a healthy lifestyle choice, because at the end of the day, you don't want it to just be a diet. You want it to be a lifestyle. You want it to be something that you wake up and do every single day. So gradual steps towards being healthy or eating healthy is always great. And then, sorry, am I going off of your question or am I answering?
No, you're answering it.
And then, yeah, on those days, I say you can have cheat days. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube where you can go. There's a lot of trainers who talk about, Monday through Friday, okay, you can be strict with yourself, but Saturday and Sunday can definitely be your cheat days. Like, even if you're like, oh, I want to cut back on drinking. I was watching a video with a trainer and the guy said, yo, if you just lower your intake of alcohol to like 6 drinks a week, you can do that, and you'll be perfectly fine. Like and that's just during the week. Like that's not even counting the weekend. So I think it's just these little tiny things that we have to get used to. And also knowing your body and knowing what your body likes. Some of us may have like wheat allergies, which makes us feel bloated all the time. Or sometimes we're feeling bloated and we don't know why. And our body's trying to tell us. So if you're just in tune with your body and like you said, once you learn to listen, your body will tell you what it needs. Mm-hmm. Basically, that is so true.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm laughing at some of the comments here. Gina and Aspie both said, "I get hangry."
Yes. Hangry. Yes, exactly.
Reminds me of that commercial with the Snickers bar commercial where they're turn into somebody. So yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Hey, Kathy, welcome. Good to see you here. And you got a few subscriptions to your channel. So
yes, I did see that. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. You have a very supportive community.
Oh, they're a beautiful community. Very supportive.
Yeah.
T-Barb says, I buy a huge bag of shredded lettuce and then add stuff to it. Works in the summer for me. Winter, it doesn't get it. Okay. That's a good idea.
That's something that I used to do too. And just put because it was a point in time where I just couldn't afford to eat anything but salads. So I would just make a bunch of different types of salads and put a bunch of stuff in it. And that would be my lunch, So I think that's a great idea,
and it sounds refreshing for the summer too, which is really nice. Yeah.
And then maybe in the summer you can make you like a nice stew or a nice soup, and that'll last you for a few days. And that's healthy and clean,
That sounds really good. Mm-hmm. Aspie says, I turned into Sam Kinison. Ooh, don't want to be around you.
Oh, and then also going back to smoothies,
Mhm.
one thing that I've gotten into is making smoothies. I really want to get to the point where I can drink my like 2 smoothies a day. That's my goal. I mean, we're all a work in progress, and I know I am. But like 2 smoothies a day is something that I am looking forward to doing. But in my smoothies, I do add my sea moss. I don't know if any of you know what sea moss is, but sea moss gel is what I add into my smoothies. And basically sea moss has all types of different benefits. It comes straight from the ocean. It's wild crafted out of St. Lucia. And it just has all these different types of benefits from boosts your thyroid health, strengthens your immune system. I got really into taking sea moss during COVID because it helps to fight against like cold and flu and things like that. It makes your skin glowy. It gives you more energy. It improves fertility. It raises your libido. Like it does so many wonderful things for the body, and I stand by it. And so I definitely add my sea moss gel into my smoothies. Again, if you guys want to know more about sea moss, you can go to my website. And I have sea moss gel for sale on my website on nochillzone.com. And also, if you guys have any questions about sea moss, you can just ask it in the comments, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions.
It's nochillzone.com, right?
www.nochillzone.com.
Yes, I've actually purchased sea moss from Dani. She introduced me to it, and I use it in my smoothies. And
skin all glowy.
it I also sometimes I put it in my teas. So if I don't get around to making a smoothie that day, whether I'm having tea or coffee, I'll put it, in there as well. And what's nice about it is that it just adapts to the taste of whatever you're making. So you don't really get that taste. It looks it's like she said, like a gel. But in something hot, it will melt in that, eventually it'll melt in there. But I use it in my smoothies, and I'm interested to hear what kind of smoothies that you make. You share and I'll share.
Yes, I'm going to give you the ingredients to the to the smoothie that I just made this morning. So I made a green smoothie, and it had spinach, frozen peaches, the sea moss gel that I sell, vanilla Greek yogurt, pineapple juice, and a little bit of alkaline water. Just blend it on up.
Oh, wow. Mine's a little more complex. But before I get to it, T-Barb has a question. Is sea moss different from seaweed? Because she eats a lot of seaweed.
Yes, so sea moss is different from seaweed, even though they do both come from the sea. The difference is, I think scientifically, like they look different. The way their leaves are different. And sea moss, you can find it in all types of different colors too. You have like multicolored sea moss, and you have the gold sea moss. And I believe that seaweed just comes in like one color. So sea moss is it just has, there's just two different things scientifically.
If you Google sea moss, you'll get like a list of it's ridiculous, the list of benefits that it provides.
Yeah.
And
92 minerals that the body needs daily is also.
Oh, that's it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It has almost all the minerals that you need. And the cool thing about what you sell from St. Lucia is that you also have the volcanic minerals from the ocean that are in that sea moss too. So you get like that extra little.
Yeah.
So my smoothie, let me see if I can get this right. I'm a little complicated, guys. Sorry. I'm like, look, I'm going to make sure I have everything healthy I can possibly think of to put in it. My daughter looks at it. She's like, Mom, that's disgusting, but I like it. But I put, I'll do a banana, sometimes like half a banana, frozen strawberries or berries, blueberries, sometimes fresh, sometimes frozen, depending. And then I put spinach, or I'll also add, there's a combination that you can get at the store with spinach, chard, and kale. So either one of those, I'll put all those in there. Then I do an additional green powder, which consists of wheatgrass, spirulina, and one other green thing. I can't remember what it is. I do beet powder. Then I add some chia seeds and told you this was complicated.
Right.
Fresh ginger.
Oh, ginger. I need to buy
Yeah.
some. Thank you for reminding me.
Fresh ginger. And I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I use coconut water.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put a little cayenne pepper in there just for a little kick.
Yeah.
And so that's my smoothie.
And how does that taste?
Yes. So I enjoy it.
Good?
Yes, it's all good, Jay. All good. Bananas and berries, they do have a lot of sugar, but I like to call that my natural sugar. So it's, breaks down in the body a lot easier than synthetic type sugars. And, it's a little sweet. Got to have that little sweet sometimes for me. I know some people that can't stand sweets, but I love sweet stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Gina M said alkaline water, ?
Oh, what's that? She wants to know what it is.
Oh, alkaline water is just like a super purified water, and it has a pH level. They have water store. I don't know if this is like an LA thing, but they have stores.
You can find it everywhere, alkaline water. I don't know if there's places that sell it in bulk per se. I would think there are, but you can buy it from the store as well.
Yeah, I go to an actual water store and I have like a 5-gallon jug, and I just fill up my my thing with alkaline water. And I found that to be like more cost efficient than buying a jug of water, and then they charge you the 10 cents for the plastic and all that other stuff. But yeah, it's just like a high quality water, pretty much. And you can buy bottled alkaline water from like 7-Eleven or wherever.
Oh, Gina's in the UK. Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. I didn't know you were in there, Gina. I'm not sure. I mean, I would think that they would sell it worldwide, but, something to check out to see if they have it. The thing that I love to do with my water when I get tired of drinking water is just add a little fresh. So I have my mint leaves and a cucumber, and especially in the summertime, add a little ice to that. And, you can do berries or what's another good combination? Oranges and limes or lemons with something. I just like to dress it up.
Also, if you add citrus or like lemon, it can make your water alkaline too.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, Gina. If you can't find the alkaline water, just add some lemon to it. You got your alkaline water. Love it. What else around? So like if using like sea moss, what are other ways of people, I mean, we discussed, which I think is really important, is creating that balance and not finding yourself going to, because I'm kind of that person that will either go all the way this way or all the way that way. And it's challenging for me to bring it into the middle.
Yeah.
And I shared this on another live a while back that I did with someone else that was talking about health, that I did one of those 6-week challenges.
Yes. I remember that.
Oh my God.
Didn't you?
What's that?
You did it 2
pounds. I lost 20 pounds.
Wait, you did it twice though, didn't you? Didn't you do the 6-week thing?
I did it long time ago. I did something similar to that, but this one was May 2019, and I had to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks, and that was hardcore. It was completely. I think there's pros and cons to it, but one of the cons is that I did it because I wanted to lose the weight fast, but overall, for long term, I would never recommend anything like that, because you're literally putting your body into shock of trying to get this weight off, and the aggressive exercises that you're doing. And I don't think it's something I would probably ever do again, but I did it for that time. I really wanted to lose weight fast, so I did it. And I did learn a lot about my body and about what my body likes and doesn't like. And so it did teach me a lot, but I probably will not do that again. And don't really recommend it. I do think it's a gradual process that people need to come into, and just being mindful and finding that balance. So what are your thoughts on those type of programs?
I'm not against it.
Mhm.
I would say, like, after this, but when you do that 6 weeks, what you gonna do after it? Like,
Right,
you
right,
want to
exactly.
make sure that if you want to continue to lose weight after you lose whatever weight you're trying to hit, whatever goal, you want to be able to keep that up, because just as fast as you lost it, you can gain it right back just as quick. So I would say, it's all about making it a lifestyle, being consistent, and holding yourself accountable to being consistent. It's not easy. It's obviously a daily journey. But I think once you just get into the habit of moving your body and taking yourself out of your comfort zone when it comes to your workouts, also because you can continue to work out too. That's like, our bodies is just so powerful. You can
Mhm.
continue to work out, but if you're doing the same workout every single day, guess what? Your body is going to plateau. You're not going to surpass, like, your body will hit a wall. So what you have to do is, like, up your reps. Like, you have to go harder, you got to run longer, you got to do 10 more push-ups, and that's what I really pride myself in when I'm teaching my yoga bar classes. Is people are like, your class is hard, but I'm like, yeah, my class is hard, but your workout should never be easy. And also, you should also be consistent.
Mhm.
If you're doing a 6 week program, you're doing an 8 week program, if you're trying to lose 20 pounds in a month, you have to keep it going.
Oh yeah,
Consistency is the key, just like Connie Brown just said. It really is.
yeah,
It really is. Easier said than done.
yeah. That is the truth.
Hmm.
I'm just going back looking at some of these comments here. I love what Kevin said. Got to have a little sugar every now and then.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yeah. It's funny. My boyfriend and I were talking about, like, because his dad is from Jamaica, and he was just talking about, like, our diet here, and like, their diet is just packed with a lot of fruits and a lot of veggies and stuff like that. And I'm like, we're just so encouraged to eat everything, and a lot of the stuff that we eat has sugar in it. Like, so many things that we eat processed has sugars. So, like, when Perk 213 said some plants can make a big difference with our drinks, especially citrus. Like, that just made me think of that. Just having more fruits and veggies incorporated into your diet is gonna be killer for your lifestyle change.
Hmm. Um, so Kevin says, I haven't been as much of a sugar lover since my break from keto, but every now and then.
Hmm.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And oh, Gina, you're from the Los Angeles area originally. Whereabouts? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, oh, wow. Aspie. Aspie says, when young, I did bodybuilding for 5 years, got scary looking, but felt awesome, and got to have Snickers bars at the gym. I have to say, I always, like, I had these dreams of when I was younger, like, I wanted to be a bodybuilder. I thought that was like the coolest thing, but yeah, I kind of wimped out. That's hardcore. That is, my hat goes off to you.
I can only imagine. You did it for 5 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Hmm.
Oh, this is helpful. Connie says, eat a lot of cucumbers for hydration.
Yes. Cucumbers, watermelon. They have a lot of water in them.
Yes.
Watermelon. Yeah.
Okay. So, what are some other things? I know you talked about a few stretches that people can do, but if someone's just starting out or they experience a lot of pain like I do, like in my knees and back, what is, I know, well, you can talk about some of the modifications that you do for me when
Yeah.
we were doing the yoga.
Yeah. I just try to remember, especially like when working with you, like, that you do have certain ailments in your body. So, like, even when I say just don't overexert your body. So like just really be gentle with yourself. Like if you can't go all the way down and touch your toes, or if you can't all the way do a side bend, just like try little things at a time, like just gradual. Like even if you're standing up with your hands straight up in the air and you're like just tilting your rib cage from the right to the left, like that is really going to help you to start getting a little bit of flexibility. Also, I think the elongating of the spine really works. So like literally doing those forward folds. Like when I have you do your forward fold and I tell you like try to push your hips up, like push your hips up towards the ceiling, that's pulling your spine. So it's elongating you, because when some people, when we get older, we shrink, right? But when you do these movements in yoga, that's going to help elongate you and help you, sit up tall, stand tall, I think those are really good starter ways and just things to think about
Yes.
in your everyday movement. Just really, they're very simple, very easy. They shouldn't be too much on the body, but I think really working with your spine, even when you, if you do your cat and cow movements, that's like, lowering your body, looking up, lowering your spine, and then curling your spine. Like that type of movement is so good, especially
It
if you do a
feels so good too. Oh, it feels so good.
yeah, I love doing cat cows. And also, so I say really work on your spine, like just little things at a time, tilting your body. And then also any type of hip opener. Even if you sit down on the ground and make the soles of your feet touch and do the butterfly pose, that's a really great hip opener. If it's too much, you can place like blankets under your thighs. And even though it may not feel like you're working, but you are working, you're working to open up the hips. Lie down on your back, grab your feet if you can, and pull your feet towards your face. That's opening up your hips, happy baby pose. I think even if you sit down on the ground, reach towards the middle of the floor. If you can't go all the way down, that's fine. Just start reaching. That's, opening up the backs of your legs, your hamstrings. I think just remembering to do those things and, your posture, I think that's going to help you along the way as we continue to get older every single day,
Love that. And the other thing that is really cool is that there's so many tools that you can use, like the blocks. You have me use the blocks, the yoga blocks to help, if I can't bend down all the way or whatever, I can hold on to the block. And then they have the belts too that you can use for your stretches to help you with the stretching.
Oh, can I get up and show you another thing that people can use?
Yeah, please.
Let me show you.
T-Barb, I used to be in gymnastics, can't do back bend anymore, but rolling it over in a big exercise ball feels wonderful. Oh, those exercise balls are great, T-Barb. Yeah.
Also use these. Like you can put these around your feet or whatever and like stretch your legs out. Do one leg at a time. The resistance bands. And I do have one of these balls too. These are great too. I have like a whole thing in here.
But you got a gym going on over there, don't you?
I do. Just things like that definitely work. But I think these are great too. You could use them for, your arms. You could use them for whatever. These resistant bands are great to use.
I love those. I need to use mine more. I actually have them, but haven't been utilizing them. But utilizing it, I should say.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm just looking here. Oh, yeah. Ask me, you're too funny. You can do the happy baby pose in the office chair. Your boss will learn to ignore it.
Yep.
That's true, though. Like you can just, during work, just bring your legs up. And I try to utilize my chair. I used to, and I need to get back to doing this. I used to set a timer about every 30 minutes to make sure I stretch. Because you mentioned about people shrinking, and that's me. I'm on the keyboard all day. you don't notice, but you're holding all this tension in here, and I'm like this. Yes. So just to get up and just to stretch over on the chair, or just to bend down, to touch your toes, do some neck rolls.
Also, opening up your heart is always good too. So standing up, interlacing your hands behind your back, and just looking up towards the ceiling, and opening up your heart. Opening up your heart is just that. Heart openers are really important too.
I love that. Never thought of that. Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm gonna start doing that. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say for starters, heart openers, spine, hip openers, and side stretches and things like that. I think those are really good ways to kind of just start maneuvering and moving your body around.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Connie wants to know where she can get resistance bands.
Oh, Amazon. Yep, just like T-Barb, you said. Amazon, Big Five, any sporting goods place, but Amazon would probably be your best bet.
And Kathy says, I have my resistance bands, really help with leg strength and balance. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so awesome. Using hers from her dad's physical therapy. So good. A lot of people do have the resistance bands. So yeah, they're great. I need to use mine as well.
Even if you have injury, they will, like they said, help to strengthen your muscles and tone. You tone up too.
And they're fantastic for traveling. They don't take a lot of room in the suitcase.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's when
we had an exercise for us to do on a plane. I was like, oh
no. To pack to take with you wherever you go to. That helps.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Jay. Yes, I always forget. If you are new to this channel, or for those that are here, please thumbs up, and please do subscribe. And I will put in here again Dani's YouTube channel.
Thank you.
And yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool, Jay. He says there's a website called Yoga Outlet where you can get some cool props for your yoga practice. YogaOutlet.com. I will check that out. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So the other thing that I wanted to dive into quickly is you're also a content creator. Mm-hmm. And I just want you to share, some about that, because I've seen I'm always amazed. Like, I swear, some of you are just so brilliant when it comes to putting and editing and putting this here and that there and like these incredible videos. So what made you get into that? And first, let's explain what a content creator is.
So yeah, I just create content on YouTube. I do YouTube and Instagram, create videos. I do photos too. And yeah, that's basically, I create content around the topics that I'm interested in: health and wellness, fashion. Health and wellness, fashion. Am I missing one?
Travel. You've done travel too.
Yes, I have done travel. Lifestyle. Yes. So that's what I create my content around. I do blogging. And then I also do like conversations. Sonia and I have we have a one-on-one conversation on my YouTube channel. Maybe if you want, can I link the video, or do you want to?
If you send it to me, I will put the link there for anybody who wants to check that out. That was a fun video that we did. That was a few years ago, right?
It was. But yeah, so that's what I do. And now I'm getting more so in the habit of creating content that really focuses on yoga. So I'm getting more into yoga and getting that onto my YouTube channel. Eventually, I will have like a yoga on demand where people could literally go to my website and take yoga classes straight from my website. And what I really love about content creation and how I got into it is I went to school for broadcast journalism. And I wanted to do on-camera work. I wanted to do entertainment, which is why I'm in LA. But I found my place in health and wellness is something that I enjoy, is something that I believe in. And so I just started creating content around health and wellness, also pop culture, certain things that's happening like just in the world as far as like pop culture. And I just create around those those topics. I hope I answered
that. You did. You did.
I found the video. Okay.
I found the video, and I
was trying to like multitask and also.
I was doing it for you while you're talking.
Thank you.
Yes, we did this video on 3 self-care tips. Mm-hmm. And I just loved how she kind of brought it all together and edited and, add a little flair to it. So yeah, check that out. But her website, if you go to her website, you'll see a lot of her content and the videos that she shares and that has done. And I always find it fun, very fun and informative as well.
Yeah, and I also like to write, so I have things on there that you can read about, just as far as like, I know Sonia, we work together with like just manifestation, working on like just manifesting your goals and getting out of your own mind and reaching for the things that you want to reach for. Those are things that I also like to talk about on my channel and on my website as well.
Yeah, that was one of the ways Dani and I think most of you already know, but I am a law of attraction coach. So Dani was one of my clients, and we were doing work together, and we just set up with manifesting and talking about what she can manifest, and she made that happen. So it was beautiful. The exercises that we did, she was able to. It was at the time looking for a job and manifested everything that she wanted. So that was very exciting.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was really great.
Let's see. Does anybody have any other questions? I just want to see. Oh yeah, Kathleen, that's true. Target sells the resistant. They're easy to find. It's not like a difficult thing to find. So
yeah, for sure.
Anything last that you want to share with everyone, Dani?
Yes, I am. If any of you are interested in purchasing sea moss gel, I am having a sale this month for the month of July on my website, nochillzone.com. Everything is 20% off my products. When you check out, if you put in promo code no chill, you can put that on there too, Sonia, if you want. Promo code no chill, you will receive 20% off of products. And then also, if you have any questions about just movement, about working out, I have everything on my website as well as my Instagram. You can contact me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope that if you are looking to focus on movement and focus on your lifestyle changes, like just be consistent and like also maybe get an accountability partner. That's another thing that works, having someone to hold you accountable while you're just getting started. I think that's also a great thing to remember. And then also, yes, I do use mantras. One of my favorite mantras that I use is I'm always in the right place at the right time, doing the right things with the right people. And that always helps me a lot. So yes, I do mantras. I listen to affirmations. I've worked with Sonia. I do journaling, visualizations, all that stuff. So
yeah. It's really important for especially how you want to set your day. Mm-hmm. I always tell people that essentially what we say, what we believe, our language, our thought process, that's what we become. So even in that moment with the mantra, you're waking up, you've had like sleep well or whatever, and you're like, ugh. But when you still go through the mantra, you may not be feeling it in that moment, but still just saying those words, that's what you're feeding yourself. That's what you're teaching yourself. So then that becomes a part of your being. Like it gets like embedded in you. So mantras and affirmations, they're beautiful things. I highly recommend for people to do that on a regular basis. I have mine right by my bed because I don't know why. It's like it just won't stick in my head, but I have it written on a paper right there. Get up in the morning and I say my mantra. So whatever feels right for you. And actually, I'm feeling like I might need to do like a workshop or something along those lines of affirmations and doing manifesting. So anyhow,
yes. Another powerful thing to use if you were trying to just lifestyle change. I use the voice memos on my cell phone, and I record, like what I want to see myself doing. So like what I learned from Sonia said, I am now in the moment, like in this present moment, I am enjoying this. This is what it feels like. This is what it smells like. So using those things and listening to my voice, my actual voice in the morning time or at night with some earphones, that's something that I utilize as well.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me so happy. It makes my heart happy to see where you are now. Like it's, I mean, you were already an incredible person, but just to see how much you've grown over these years, it's remarkable. So just so proud of you.
Thank you. You have been a part of it. It takes a village, and I really appreciate everything that I've learned from you and seeing your growth and being able to follow your growth and your movement as well. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And yes, Connie, see it, say it, hear it, remember it. I love it. And T. Barb says, even old ladies like me can do yoga, especially since can't take impact anymore. Yes, T. Barb, anybody can do, you know, it's going at what feels right for you. And like I said, as we discussed with all my injuries and ailments and things, I'm still moving. It's not easy sometimes, and I just have to push through that pain. There are days I don't want to do it at all, but the more I don't do it, the worse it's going to be as I continue to age. So
if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Exactly. So get out there and move, everyone. So Dani, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for everyone that hung out and got all these juicy tidbits. Good stuff. So thank you.
People who put like their own little advice tips. Thank you. I'm learning things too.
Yes. That's the beautiful thing about the community. Everybody has something to share, which I'm always appreciative of. And so we're here to support one another and help everyone on their journey.
Yeah.
Each in our individual journeys. And so I will be on this Friday morning for coffee chat at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time for oracle readings for the collective. So I hope to see everyone then. Okay. You're so welcome, T. Barb. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.